Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury here on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing a paid question. This is a paid question. Hi Archie. This is what watch for a 54-year-old woman. Hi Archie, I would like to ask your advice on purchasing a classic quality watch for a 54-year-old woman with a video follow-up. I'm looking for suggested options, and now she sent that to me. So she said to me a bit more information. I'm looking to purchase a quality watch. I'm a 54-year-old American woman. I have a Cartier Tank Francais Chronoflex. That's the Cartier Francais that is actually quartz, but it has the chronograph module is actually mechanical. It's called a mecha quartz. So it's a quartz watch, but the chronograph bit is actually mechanical. She has a Cartier Tank Francais already, but want to get advice on purchasing another watch to add to my collection. My name is Lisa. Okay, Lisa, thank you so much there. So look, Lisa, I gotta tell you, that's great. Cartier makes some great pieces there. Liza Minnelli once said, you haven't really made it in life till you go into Cartier and buy a beautiful watch. Now, let's hope you don't pay retail. So what I honestly do believe, you've got watches for different occasions and for different budgets. Okay, so what would I do? I tell you honestly, firstly, you've got to work out sizing, okay? If you're after a traditional lady size, they're usually 26 to 28 millimeters. Or if you want to go, as people get older, I've needed glasses. I'm 47, 48 in October. You want bigger because you can't see it. Now I'm going to show you a few watches. I keep a few watches on hand for ladies that I'm dating. If I'm going somewhere, I like my lady friends to put on one of these watches. So let's have a look. And these are at different price points. I think, did you tell me where you were? You're an American lady, okay? American, okay. I think the best bang per buck watch you can buy in the market today is a pre-owned Omega Constellation, okay? These are a little quartz watch. They're quartz. Two sizes here. I've got the smaller size. That's the blue, the gray dial one. And I've got a bigger one. This is the white dial. Okay, so these here, for really, you don't want to buy doggy examples. You want to get a nice example. These here are about $600 US pre-owned. $600 to $800 for a pre-owned Omega Constellation. They're a good office type watch. They are not waterproof. They have water resistance. You basically can go to the toilet and wash your hands and they should be okay. Not will be okay, should be okay. They're a great watch for going to work, getting life done. As I said, they're $600 to $800 US secondhand. There's some dealers you can look. There's some great dealers. There's a great Japanese dealer called E-Lady. I actually bought both of these from E-Lady, and they were about, I got them at a special sale time. They were about 550 US shipped. Okay, that's what I paid. So you can also have a look at Joma Shop. Joma Shop sells some Omegas. These are actually, they're a little bit out. The models changed a bit. They have, but I still think these are fairly modern. These are probably 5 to 10 years old, I would say they'd be. So quite modern, quite nice condition coming out of Japan. That's a great entry sort of watch. Now you've already got the Cartier, so I would say, hey, you probably don't need that base to be covered. The Francais Mecha Quartz, they were beautiful. I remember I even had one. And you've probably got a men's one without even realizing it. They sold them. They were interesting watch. I had one. Yes, I did. Now, I think if you want a cocktail watch, a fancy going out watch, going on to an expensive cruise, I think the best advice I would say to you is this is quite a delicate. This is the small size Cartier tank Banois. Okay, these are about 10,000 US dollars new. Buying them second hand, about five for an 18 karat Cartier. With Cartier, if you want to have one with a solid gold back. You don't want the cheap, nasty Cartier tank Solo, because the Solo has the metal back. That's just cheapening the brand. This is proper 18 karat. It's called Banois. It's French for bathtub. These are about 5,000 US dollars second hand for a really nice example. I bought this one. I got it overhauled. I got a strap. That's a new Cartier strap. I even serviced it through Cartier. So that's a fantastic watch. This is a watch. Waterproofing is not so great. You cannot swim in this watch. It's a delicate watch because it's gold and it's got leather. So this is a careful watch. This is a great watch to go on a cruise, silver seas, high-end cruise, not the low end. You can't wear it in the pool. This is to have captain's cocktail night. This will separate the sheep from the wheat from the chaff, because this here is expensive. So that's what I'd recommend. Solid gold, 18 karat gold. Now, I think what you're asking me is what's a great watch to get next, and there's only one brand. Rolex. Okay, so here we go. This is a ladies two-tone Datejust. These are very, very popular, ever popular, the ladies two-tone Datejust. Now, this is actually the small size. This is 26 mil. When I say 26, that's the dimensions across the face, the diameter across, 26 mil, excluding the crown. Now, this is what you want. Rolex. I tell you why you want Rolex. Now, the thing is with this, there's three effective sizes. There's 26 mil. They have a mid-size, about 31 mils. And they also have a 36 mil. Now, I've got that. This here is the 26 mil. You got to work out which size do you want. 26, 30, or 36. They even have the men's series. The 36 is almost, that's kind of a men's size too. But if you put it, this is definitely the ladies, because it's the 26 mil size. Now, these here are great. What I love about these Datejusts, they are the quintessential middle class, upper middle class woman's watch. They are waterproof. Now, that doesn't mean you can always swim in them. You've got to make sure you got the crown has screwed in, and you make sure that the seals are still tacked, because any waterproof watch, there's rubber bits in there. If you haven't, you're supposed to check it once every 12 months to make sure that it's all waterproof. They do a compression test. They do a test. They do a pressure test. Sorry, pressure, not compression. It's not a car, not a motor. So I think, honestly, to be honest with you there, if you've got a Cartier Tank Francais Chronoflex, I reckon you need a Rolex. Now, would I go two-tone or steel? I tell you honestly, what I would do is I'd probably go steel. Okay, two-tone, a little bit ornate. You can sort of dress it up, dress it down. I reckon the two-tone is possibly little bit. It's probably for a little bit older person. Depends. You want to go young or you want to hit high? It's up to you. But these are a sign of upper middle class wealth. Now, where would I go? David SW. That's where I would go. Seriously, David SW. Now, David SW, the only criticism I have of David SW, a lot of his stock is really, really, really new. It's not old doggy stock, which means you're gonna have to pay what nice stock costs, which isn't the end of the world. It's not the end of the world there. David SW has beautiful stock. He is I love his range of pieces he has there. I honestly would say to you, get Rolex. Please, just get Rolex, okay? Because the thing about Rolex is you are going to seriously, I can tell you this now, if you get Rolex, guess what? You're always going to have your money. So the thing about Rolex is also, it's damn waterproof. You use it cleaning up or do it. You don't have to take it off. See, a lot of these watches are delicate. Your Cartier isn't really waterproof. Okay, it doesn't have a screw-in crown, and it's a chronograph, so it actually is quite susceptible to damage there. So I've got to be totally honest with you. Get a Rolex. Okay, just having a look at David SW. What are we looking at there? Okay, he's got the latest and the greatest. He's got Rolex ladies a 177200 4600. That's the smaller size. He's got the newer two tones, just under 10,000. As I say, he's got really good modern stock. Okay, now you can get Datejusts a lot cheaper. They're going to be 20 years old. That Datejust I just showed you, that's from the 90s. Okay, so you got to decide: do you want a newish Datejust or do you want an older one? Massive saving in price, but of course there is some you're always going to you get what you pay for. There ain't no free lunch there. I think for you're asking this question, I would be inclined to work out firstly, what size do you want? Do you want mid-size or do you want lady size? 3 sizes, as I said there. You've got to work out the sizing. That's the first thing I would do. What size do you want? Then I would be working out steel, two-tone or steel. Personally, I would go steel. I think steel is more elegant. I think the two-tone, mind you, I did a bit of surveying with some women. I had 2 Rolexes and they wanted the two-tone. So look, you've got to work out what do you like. But my advice to you would be go David SW. David SW. David SW. That's where I would go. I would buy a Rolex from David SW. He's in America. He's probably, yes, he sponsors me. Yes, he does. I get bucks. I get money from David SW. Yes, I do. But you know what? He's the best Rolex pre-owned dealer in America. That's in my opinion. Okay, I'm not paid to say that. I'm just telling you truthfully. I stand by David SW. He is a magnificent reseller. Honest, good to God guy. Okay, he's absolutely good. What would I buy? You got to work out the sizing. Do you want traditional lady size, which is 26 or 28 mils, or do you want a bigger, like a 31 sort of size? This is millimeters we're talking, not inches, millimeters. So you've got to work this out. The sizing, I honestly would say to you, please, I tell you now, please, I would highly say Rolex. You got to get Rolex. So many women, I tell you this now, so many women run into trouble because they don't listen to the pontiff. The biggest problem is women are always busy. They're cooking, they're doing things. They don't just sit there, do nothing like the men. Men are a bit lazy. Waterproof. That is one of the most important things. I know many years ago, a friend of my wife's said, I want to get a Cartier. She ended up getting a Cartier Tank Francais. Then she had 2 kids. Then years later, she took it into Cartier to change the battery. And it had water damage. Of course it has water damage. It doesn't have the screw-in crown that Rolex does. My honest to God advice to you, and I say this honestly, get a Rolex. Now, I wear Patek. Yes, Patek is extremely delicate. It's extremely delicate. I go for a walk in the afternoon, I take this off. It's not a watch to just wear. This is a show-off cocktail watch. That's what it's for. It's for to show off on Silver Seas or the Queen Mary. That's what it's for, to show off. To show off to snooty people. you want a watch that's going to fit you, work out good in your life, get a Rolex. Believe you me, that is the absolute best brand. Waterproof. You can at least put your hands in water and it's not going to stuff it up. I can't do this on the paddock. Oh, I don't even wash my hands after I use the toilet properly. I don't want water to get in there. It'll fuck it up. So my advice to you, Rolex, I would say, firstly, what size do you want? 26 or 28? That's because that's the older ones were 26, the newer 28. So 26 or 28, or do you want the 30? I think it's 31 mils, 31 mil mid-size. Okay, you got to work it out. Which one do you want? Then you'd work out steel or two-tone. I'd buy it from David S. You can buy new. If you really want to buy new, you can buy new. They usually have ladies steel in stock. It's not super rare. The next thing is you could decide you want a date or no date. I honestly would say to you, it's up to you. The date one's normally about $1,500 more. Doesn't matter. Just a beautiful Rolex. There's nothing. It's like, I tell you, Rolex is like a Mercedes Benz. Okay? It's not really good value. It's expensive. Everybody knows what it is. It works dependably, and it's like a bank vault. That's the honest truth. Rolex, if you don't have a Rolex, I would highly, highly, highly recommend to you, buy a Rolex. That is something you would never regret. Buy Rolex, you will love it. Believe you me. You could get steel on an oyster bracelet with no date. That's the cheapest. You want to be a bit more fancy-wancy, you could get a date, or you could get two-tone. There's many options. But my advice to you is get Rolex. The other thing you could do is you could go to a Rolex dealer or a Rolex store, see what sizes you like, then say, get the model number. Then you could ring someone like David SW and say, hey, I looked at this model. What do you got? I like this size. What do you got? And that's what I do. 100%. Buy a Rolex. It will change your life. The sexy, funky men will be attracted to you. It is a magic watch. It'll make you happy. It'll piss off your frenemies who don't like you. Get the Rolex. It's like turning up at a ladies' tennis match in a brand new Mercedes Benz. It never is offensive. Buy the Rolex. Buy the Rolex. Okay, guys, I'm Paul Pluta. That's a paid review. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid. Buy Rolex. David SW, David SW, David SW. Buy the Rolex. Hi, guys. ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hello. How are you? Hey, not too bad. So you surviving this coronavirus? And there we go, one of the most beautiful Pateks of modern times, a key reference point in Patek history, the 5035, proudly part of the ArchieLuxury wristwatch collection.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mark Goldberg for Archie Luxury AC3, the Pontiff, Satan Deville. I want to sincerely thank you for having sat through this video because I know it was awful, but you know what? You do it for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Now, a couple of quick pieces of homework. Now that you've watched this video, I would like you to hit thumbs up. If you must, hit thumbs down, but if you'd hit thumbs up, I would especially appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a really nasty comment and tell him how awful this content was, but most importantly of all, the entire reason that I am linking up with Archie Luxury in the first place. I am a published author. Let dogs be dogs. Available at bookstores, Amazon, and electronically somewhere near you. Remember, Archie Luxury. He's not just a figment of your imagination.